Okay. Well, good morning. I want to thank everyone for being here today. We are here to officially announce a $50 million state allocation secured by Assemblymember Rudy Salas for the Kern Community College District to establish the California Renewable Energy Laboratory, which we're calling CREL. At first, I'd like to introduce some of the folks who are joining us up here who are not speaking, but we wanted to give a shout out, a special introduction. So we have the Executive Vice President of Valley Strong, Steve Matika. Thank you, Steve, for joining us. Our Vice Chancellor of Education Services, Manny Manzananos. Where's Manny? Hey, he's front row, front row. We have Steve Watkins, our Associate Vice Chancellor. Steve, thank you. Dave Teasdale, Executive Director of Economic and Workforce Development Programs. Dave. Liz Roselle, Director of Valley Strong Energy Institute at Bakersfield College, who I will be acknowledging a bit later in my remarks. Liz Roselle, thank you. And Norma Rojas Mora, our Executive Director of Government Relations, Partnerships, and Development. Norma. You know, I'm so pleased to have been hired by Chancellor Christian to be the director of CREL. As many of you know, I have served in elected office before. I spent the last 5 years in Sacramento working on energy policy. I worked for Marathon Petroleum Corporation in addition to the number of years working in our communities. And I can't even explain how excited about Kern County. Kern County is my home, it's our community. And one thing I know for sure is that there's no better place in this state than Kern County to lead our region, our state, and global communities to reach our climate goals. And but more about CREL later from the Chancellor, who really is the champion behind why we are here today. And so she'll talk a little bit more about CREL. Momentarily, we will hear from a handful of speakers, but I just want to take a moment to announce something that's very exciting that we've all been working on. And I see our BC president out there, Zap, thank you for being here with us today. So right here, you'll see, and there's, yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Right here, you'll see, and there's sheets in the back. We're having a community economic mobility, a focus on energy and climate resilience pre-summit, October 25th and 26th here in Bakersfield. And look at the speakers. We're bringing in federal, state, policymakers, combined and partnered with our local and our elected and our dignitaries. And we're very excited to talk about these important projects in workforce and technology transfer, bringing our traditional oil and gas companies with green emerging technologies and companies. So we're very excited about that. So with that, I'm so excited and thankful that the Mayor of Bakersfield could be with us here tonight. And Mayor, I'd like to invite you to the stage to make a few remarks.
Thank you, Nicole. I sense a little excitement. Is that true? Well, I am excited about what I see out there, and that is the word we. We working together. And look at all of the various partners who are here today, some who have pioneered for years. I see former Supervisor Para right there, but people who have pioneers for years to bring our community to where it is today. And I'm so excited to partner with the Chancellor, Kern Community College District, and CREL this morning. For more than a century, our energy industry has worked together to build this community. They're building this community to help us through jobs, through new opportunities, to support all of what's going on, our local government, our education, and just making this community a better place for all. And isn't that what we're about? For all. Today, we're joining together again with that word we, with community-based organizations, with educators, with our industry, as we look forward to getting more state and federal investment for Bakersfield, California, for Kern County. And so today, as we see our future with good jobs, with emerging technologies, with additional workforce development, supporting our environment, let's continue uniting our hands in that we are Bakersfield, we are Kern County together. Have a great day, and I look forward to more exciting announcements in the minutes to come. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I really feel the energy in this room, and it's getting a little hot here. So now I'd like to introduce someone who we are so proud to be a partner in CREL, who leads a company that has committed itself to energy transition and integration, is actively working on climate solutions like carbon capture and storage. Sean Kearns, Executive Vice President of California Resources Corporation. Sean.
Good morning, everybody. Great to be here, and so happy to be a part of this community and the energy and enthusiasm there. The success here at KCCD under Chancellor Christian is just fantastic, and we're happy to be a part of this involvement. Let me start off first talking a little bit about California Resources Corporation and our entity Carbon TerraVault. We're an independent oil and gas company located here in California. We've been employers and operators in this state, in California and Bakersfield in particular, for many decades. We have some of the lowest carbon intensity energy produced in the whole United States, and we're focused on maximizing the value of our land, our minerals, and our technical expertise to bring forward carbon capture and sequestration projects, as well as numerous other emissions reducing projects in California. We're focused on being a new kind of energy company. We've pledged a full scope net zero goal by 2045 in line with the Paris Climate Accord and also aligned with California's strict objectives along emissions reduction. And we want to become a leader with our partners working on advancing the energy transition right here at home in Kern County. And we believe that we're going to be leaders in doing that, we together. In August, CRC announced a $2 million donation to Kern Community College District to establish the CRC Carbon Management Institute. Kern CCD is a great community partner in workforce development, working to ensure that we include all communities in these efforts. And as we meet the challenges of the future, we're all benefiting economically right here at home where we all live and work. We serve in many ways as active and supportive community partners through impactful charitable donations and volunteerism of our employees working throughout in the community here. What's important to us are public health, safety, and the environment, working on STEM opportunities and training, and also diversity, equity, and inclusion. Chancellor Sonia is a known champion of equity, and our goals and values align very well with that, and we're so happy to be a partner here. In addition, our ESG goals focus on providing low carbon intensity fuel for California that exceeds California's unparalleled sustainability standards, not only related to lowering greenhouse gas, but also reducing methane emissions, expanding the production of fresh water, expanding leadership and diversity, and enhancing that engagement through linking executive compensation to these ESG goals. And we're proud to do that as a company. So with that, the establishment of the California Renewable Energy Lab, it's evident that others, recognize in this community the potential of these areas in the confidence in KCCD, CRC, and Valley Strong. So today marks a great step forward on a challenging but very exciting journey as we work together. Thank you.
I apologize, I was remiss. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Nicole Parr, and I'm the director of CREL. And I just want to take a moment, Chancellor, to thank the students for being here from Bakersfield College. Thank you. You're our future. You're why the Chancellor's vision, all the work we're doing is for you. And so with that, speaking of that, I would like to introduce the person, our chancellor, who had the vision to make CREL, along with some other folks here with us here today. Our chancellor, please a warm welcome for Chancellor Sonia Christian.
Well, good morning. I want to start with our students. Thank you for being here. All of the work we do, all of the resources we bring is for you. You are our future, and we are. Come on, students, I didn't hear you. We are. BC. I also see a lot of friends from the community here. I see our, from Wasco, our city manager, thank you for being here. And everyone who's tuning in for this important announcement. And Mayor Go, you are a friend of education, and you've been always a friend of the Kern Community College District. It's amazing to me when we ask Karen Go to be at an event, she pretty much changes a calendar and works miracles to be here with us. So I'm going to do two things. One is to introduce you to the California Renewable Energy Laboratory. And there is a prop that Nicole prepared that is behind Liz and Steve Watkin. And it gives you a sense of the preliminary focus as we launch the next iteration of our work. There are three primary areas that we're going to focus on. The first one is related to carbon dioxide reduction, carbon capture and sequestration. You heard from Sean Kearns and the commitment from CRC to work in this arena. Kern County has the right geology to take a leadership role in this work nationwide. In fact, I'm so proud of the leadership provided by CRC, very bold leadership, looking into the future and taking risks, creating our future. And CRC is taking the lead in a nationwide competition to make sure that we bring a direct air capture hub here in Kern County. There is a large coalition here in Kern and also in California that are coming together to put together a meticulous proposal that we are going to submit. So we are telling our friends in Washington, D.C., particularly the Department of Energy, when you're looking at one of the four hubs that you're creating, from the $3.5 billion investment, one must be here in Kern County. The second focus of our work is related to microgrids, and I'm so thankful for the work that Dave Teasdale has been doing, and he has a big vision. We know that across the nation, we really face energy issues, power outages, and here in California, there is a commitment to make sure we have energy resilience and power resilience. So the creation of microgrids in various communities to augment our traditional grid system is absolutely important. And we at the Kern Community College District feel that we have a model that can be scaled up across California. And that model includes community colleges. When you think about the rural communities across the state of California, you will automatically find a center of a community college. There are 116 community colleges, and many of the community colleges have centers in rural communities. So imagine the map of the state of California and if we start lighting up the community colleges and the centers of community colleges, the entire state of California is going to be lit. So that is the vision behind the microgrid work that we are doing, or at least the part that I am using my platform to speak about. And the last piece is related to clean transportation. I was so happy to see this wonderful woman, Linda Urata from Kern Cog, who snuck in and is right here to my right. And Kern Cog has been a great partner working on the infrastructure as we start thinking about zero emission vehicles, both from an automobile industry, but also from a charging station and infrastructure standpoint. So very happy about the work. There is, again, Sean Kearns talked about the connection to the community and bringing individuals who all are focused on solving the problem, looking at economic equity, environmental equity, and health equity, looking at all of it together and crafting practical solutions. So the history of our work goes back many decades, but most recently, in the last 3 to 4 years, we've been on a mission at the Kern Community College District to be boldly talking about energy and climate issues. And the initial seed funding that made all of this possible was from Valley Strong, $2 million. And Steve, I'm really happy that you're here. I remember the conversations that our foundation executive director, Cheryl Scott, and I had with Nick Ambrosini. And I mean, Valley Strong is so committed to our community and growing leaps and bounds. So their commitment to workforce development and dealing with complicated problems was evident in our discussions with Valley Strong. So that initial $2 million really established the Valley Strong Institute. And prior to that, I remember tapping Liz Rozelle, who was trying to retire. Liz Rozelle, by the way, is Vice President Emeritus from Bakersfield College. And I asked Liz to really spearhead the work of energy, technology transfer, and workforce development that then morphed into the Valley Strong Energy Institute. And then, Gabby, I see you out there. Gabby, looking at you, I just got chills of the work you and Norma did together. And I really believe that it was the two of you, your spirit and your commitment to the work, that really was a catalyst for the two organizations, CRC and the Kern Community College District, to come together and then create the California Resources Corporation Carbon Management Institute that Sean talked about. And the agenda is, again, extremely bold, committed to tackling very complex problems. So here we are, 2 million plus 2 million. And then we just added a few more zeros. Liz, Dave, and I put together a very ambitious investment proposal, $50 million. Honestly, we didn't think we would get it. We thought if we could get $3 to $5 million, we would make miracles happen, okay? But we felt if we did not dream big and go after the vision, then we were we were not doing a good job for our community and for our students. So we put in a call to the person that has brought resources year after year to the Kern Community College District, Assemblymember Rudy Salas. It was $1 million, another $1 million. He's brought in $6 million for our healthcare work. And so when I was having the conversation, I was a bit tentative to talk about $50 million. And Rudy looked at me, and then he had this wide Rudy Salas smile. You know the Salas smile, don't you? And he said, let's go do this, and let's make it happen. It wasn't easy, okay? It was deep relationships that Assemblymember Salas had in Sacramento. Conversations with the governor's office, conversations with colleagues in the Assembly and in the Senate. And when that phone call came through, that money was in the budget, we celebrated. So today I'm pleased to introduce the man of the hour, the person who's been consistently a friend of education of the Kern Community College District, who has consistently brought resources for our students. Assemblymember Rudy Salas.
All right, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here again. It's great to see all of you. There's so much to talk about. I could talk about the story, but I think I just want to start with what this really, to me, why I fight so hard for all of you. And it's because at the end of the day, I feel all of us want to feel like we're having an impact, but changing people's lives and changing our community for the better. So the part that Dr. Christian left out was when this first came up in the original budget, it wasn't in there. It wasn't in the original budget. But we didn't let that deter us. We said, you know what, we're going to continue to keep fighting. We're going to keep continuing to say why this is so important. And that's why our community partners just talked a little bit about it, the geography here in Kern County, here in this southern San Joaquin Valley, is like no other place around the world, which makes this a direct location for why this investment is needed here. When I was speaking with the administration and with leadership on both sides of the House, it was really hammering that point home. Couple that with how do you transform a community that has double-digit unemployment, has trouble with its workforce development, has a low college attainment going rate. You want to transform lives? You put an initial investment in a place where we can create good. We know that Kern County is the energy capital of California, whether that's oil, whether that's renewable. And this money, this investment, is an investment in our community and really in our students, because you are going to carry this on. We have everyone here that's going to help guide the way and leaderships in each of the different fields. But you're going to be the ones to carry on that torch and develop these new technologies. I'm very excited about carbon capture, sequestration. I've seen it firsthand. I think we have a lot of potential there. If anything taught us from this summer and heat waves, we definitely need reliability in our grid. Right? And so I'm really encouraged by the fact of us looking into that. In transportation, we know that clean transportation is a way of the future. It's something that will also clean up our air, something that we typically have issues with here in the San Joaquin Valley. So for me, this is really a down payment into what we're going to do in the future and for decades to come. This investment in technical skills that we need, but really in the vision that Dr. Christian and her team has laid out. And I do have to say, Norma, thank you for always taking the late calls and helping organize this. As people have now probably figured out, because I've done a lot of these check presentations, this happens always at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, midnight, when there's nothing like a deadline, I tell people, to get people to start putting in the actual language. So when we came back after the May revise and we were fighting to get this in, it was a late night call again. Can't remember, 10:30, 11, something like that. And I was like, look, we've got the language in. Now we just got to make sure it stays in. The governor doesn't take it out. Something called the blue pencil. But everybody was on board, and they're on board because they know that you have a great team here that's going to make this investment multiply in changing people's lives and multiply in the impact it's going to have in this community. And so with that, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this journey, to help kick it off. And, having not only the vision, but even our first partners to believe in this new technology moving forward. And so, and Nicole will tell you the stories about how hard it is to get anything in the budget, because she's been there. But, on behalf of the state of California, on behalf of California State Assembly, State Senate, the Speaker, the Pro Tem, and myself, we are happy to invest $50 million into our local community. Hey, doctor. Thank you. Dr. So if I can, I'd like to invite the students and everyone here to present this check to all of you, because this is really to the community and to each of you, and then perhaps we could unveil that, get a picture, if that's okay. All right, and then so I always like to end things by saying, together we are Valley Strong, but together we are BC.
So yes, let's go ahead and go step over here. I was also remiss. We have our current Community College District Trustee, Giovanni Jimenez. Thank you, Giovanni, for being here. Thank you.